Welcome back to Vault Hunters 118. In this episode, we are going to be mastering our storage by unlocking colossal chests and I think it's called bigger backpacks? Oh yeah, today is going to be a big one for storage. We will become storage gods. But before that, I ran some vaults off camera. You see, in Update 9, there's a massive Omega buff coming to catalysts and inscriptions and anything that has to deal with instability, because you could spec into being partially immune. And you guys know me and my bad luck with instability. I'm so excited. So I wanted to prepare and see how many catalysts I could get off camera. And yeah, 147. I feel like is a pretty good number. We'll be going for more later, but I feel like this is a good start. And I want to roll them all at once. So we're not done with our catalyst grind. But I ended up getting quite a few bounty crates and 3 completion crates. And I just figured, you know what? We should open them all together at the beginning of the episode. I will do the Q&A of the day, but I'm going to do it later because it's a bit of a long one. So don't worry, stick around. You'll still get that. Let's open some crates. Oh man, I think I see some Epic Plus in there. Ooh, looking good. Let's see. Alright, yeah, that was a pretty good loot haul. We're actually going to roll none of the gear, because in Update 9 they totally change gear, or at least they change gear in a big way. But look at that, 39 Vault Diamonds, 2 Echo Gems, 3 Fundamental Foci, a really healthy heaping of gold. There's our Epic. Oh my gosh, I gotta sort through these jewels, actually. I forgot to sort through the jewels. Give me a second. Got a few nice ones from that. I cannot complain about a few nice ones. And I'm probably just going to leave all of the vault gear in this chest. And I got some other vault gear that I'm going to transfer over into this chest from this chest over here. Because, you know, ran some vaults, got some vault gear. Because I'm just going to save all of this up for Update 9. And what's really cool is we're going to have a new table or something where we could identify all of this at once. So super excited for that. Alright, but now it is time for the meat and potatoes. We need 15 knowledge stars, which means we actually need to break down some many boys. And I get to do it with the building gadget, which is my new favorite tool. Bum, bum. Oh, it's so satisfying. Oh man, I love ore towers, and I love telling you guys that while I'm on an ore tower, or even when I'm off an ore tower, it means the world to me when you guys subscribe, like, comment, all that. Building this community has been the best thing that's ever happened to me so far, except, you know, maybe the love of my life, but I don't know, she doesn't have to know. In any case, it would mean the world to me if you would consider subscribing. And we have the Beniatite we need, and honestly, we got so many Vault Diamonds. Yeah, I am not stressing about our Vault Diamond situation. 15 knowledge stars. Okay, well, maybe I am stressing a little bit about our Vault Diamond situation. But we should be good. There should be enough to unlock the final tier of backpacks and colossal freaking chests. Boop. And broop. Yeah! So, what am I going to do with big backpacks? Well, where are they? All these pouches, except for this one. This double pouch. No, all of them. Yeah, no, I'm just trying all of them. These are all going to be turned into a big backpack. Because we wouldn't need... all this space will be taken care of, all this space will be taken care of, all this space will be taken care of, all this space will be taken care of. It's going to be phenomenal. In any case, we do need to take out all of the upgrades from them, because we're going to probably be recycling these upgrades, and we definitely do not want to destroy them on accident. This guy, upgrades are coming out. And honestly, I don't feel like I need to even save the filters, because the idea is we'll just run a bunch of bolts to refilter it. Yeah. What does a big backpack actually cost? We don't know what a big backpack costs. Ouch. Okay. A little expensive. It's a little pricey. But you only need one small backpack? Okay. So we're going to keep this as a small backpack. And we're going to turn these double pouches into a belt. The belt and this belt into a small one. And then that into a big one. Okay. So, one belt. Oh, we need to make some pogs. All right, I think we need, like, more pogs than that. What am I missing here? Okay, I think we need one more. I think we need one more. That should be just enough. 1, 2. Beautiful. Sweet. Okay, and now we can make another belt. We just need to grab our double pouches. We have so many double pouches. When did we get so many double pouches? I hope these guys don't have upgrades in them. Okay, cool. You, and then I want a small backpack. Small backpack. What, a Larimar? Oh, boy. Whoa, the Larimar Tower, it grows. We're going to do 2 stacks of Larimar because you always need Larimar. It's the rule of Vault Hunters 118. If you don't have Larimar, you have nothing. Maybe I shouldn't have fortuned up 2 stacks, considering... I should have fortuned up the minimum amount I needed. Because, you know, in the next update, you can actually get Fortune 5. That was a little foolish and inefficient, but we'll just run another mine room. Oh, wait, you don't need 2 loot belts to make a small backpack? Oops. Oopsie daisy. Okay, well, small. And let's make ourselves an Echo Pog. Hello, Echo Pog. You're so kind of cheap to me now, but only kind of cheap to me now. And I believe that means we can make a big backpack. Nope, we need a block of all diamonds, and now we can make it. The big backpack. The biggest of them all. Look at this guy. All right, so this is what our small backpack looks like. Oh, that's a lot of upgrades. Actually, hold on. Did I destroy our... Oh, no. I destroyed our scavenger pouch. I should have saved the scavenger items. I should have saved the scavenger items. No! That was dumb. All right, well, this is going to become our hotbar backpack. I might as well make an advanced filter upgrade. I mean, they can't be that cheap. It can't be that expensive, right? No, they're super cheap. I don't even know what an advanced pickup upgrade does, but it's advanced, so it's better, right? I also want to finally make a feeding upgrade. It has been ages. Oh, wow, you need a lot of vault meat for that. Like 2 stacks of the vault meat blocks, I guess? Oof. Yikes. No, I don't know why I thought you only needed... ignore me. And now we make a feeding upgrade, and I suppose I should turn it into an advanced feeding upgrade. This is going to be so cool, guys. Gone are the days of putting cooked vault steak in our inventory. Go away, cooked vault steak, because now we have an advanced feeding upgrade, which means we are going to allow cooked vault steak, okay? That's going to feed us when we're hungry enough and when we're hurt and stuff. So... yeah, that's we no longer need food in our hotbar. It'll auto feed us. Here, I'm gonna try to make myself hungry so I could show it off. Oh, there it was. Oh, cool. Was that hungry enough? Allow. Oh, waste half a hunger point. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind wasting half a number point. That's cool. Match item, yeah. Okay, I think this is mobs, ores, gilded, ornate, wooden, living. I forgot coins. Man, this is a massive memory exercise for me. Okay, there we go. That is all of our scavenger items taken care of. Look how little space they take up relative to this backpack. That is silly. Okay, and I think the only other thing I'm going to put in here is the vault ores, right? And everything else I'll just let fill itself. Or rather, I think it's like at _vault, and then you type ore after it. Ooh, so cool. Okay, with bronze, silver, and gold in, I think those are the only actual memory settings we need. And now we literally have all of this space to pick up, I mean, everything, right? Everything else. The only thing I suppose is some junk blocks are going to end up in it, but we've put so much stuff into our junk whitelist, I'm not actually too worried about it. Now I just want to load this thing up with an insane amount of stack upgrades. Like, are there any other upgrades that I would put in? Nope, just stack upgrades. Alright, 3 tier 3 stack upgrades. Oh, we still have more Larimar? I thought we'd run out. Oh, I can make 3 more. Goodbye, all my resources. Oh, I ran out of a tier 2 stack upgrade? Oh, that's not good. Alright. Oh, no, we had the resources. No, we killed the last of our Larimar. No! I said I didn't want to break anymore, but I mean, come on. Okay, cool. Now we're officially broke on resources, but I mean, come on, look at this. So this is... How much stuff could you fit into this backpack? I don't know. It's overkill. but it's awesome. And I see absolutely no reason not to test out our new setup inside the vault, where I will get into our question of the day. Don't worry, I know I've made you guys wait for this one, but like I said, it's a bit of a long one, because I will be telling you a tale from the seas. Well, not really from the seas, but I do have tales from the seas. Dejojo the pirate. All right. No modifiers. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm so excited to test this thing out. I'm so pumped. Okay, so our Q&A of the day is coming in from Ina, who's going by Aragorn at the moment, on the Discord server, one of my helpers, and she asks, do I have any more Boy Scout stories? And oh boy, do I have Boy Scout stories. Oh my gosh. Oh, we want to block soul shards. That's important. Okay, cool. See, we're already figuring out stuff that we need to block. Awesome. So I'm going to be splitting up this story of scouting with actually doing the vault, but I do love my Boy Scout stories. I will not be telling all of them today, considering the absolute amount of them that I have. But today I will tell you the tale of Philmont. If you are familiar with Boy Scouts or were in Boy Scouts, you may have heard of Philmont. It's in New Mexico, and it is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles of backpacking trail. Backpacking being like hiking, except it's not like a day thing. You do it over multiple days. You bring all your food and your clothing and your shelter, and you put it in a backpack, and you move from campsite to campsite. This is something that you prepare for a lot because it's a very physically strenuous thing you do. It's kind of like a big deal, right? Philmont's like a big thing in scouting, at least for some people. And we did, was it 60 to 70 miles over the course of 12 days. So a massive undertaking, right? Really big, especially for a group of kids. I must have been 15, 16 during this time. I was not very old. And lo and behold, I was elected to be crew leader, to be in charge of all the boys. Because Boy Scouts is a participant-led program, right? The adults don't necessarily lead it. They facilitate here and there, especially when it comes to funds or emergency situations. But ultimately, what you do is up to your Boy Scout leaders, who are kids like you. And I was always a leader because my dad was the scoutmaster of my troop. So, I always got roped into being the leader. In any case, Philmont was a very nerve-wracking thing for me, right? You're away from your home for multiple days. It's not just camping, it's extreme. At the time, I was dating Audrey, and I didn't really want to be away from her for 12 straight days in New Mexico, hiking, no less. So I was not extraordinarily excited about it, but it was still something, you know, you ever done something like, okay, I'm not really into this thing. This is not something I want to be spending, you know, the last days of summer vacation. Because that was one thing. It was the last days of summer vacation. I got home from Philmont, and I would be going back to school, right? So I wasn't pleased about the timing, but it was still, like, you know, kind of a cool thing to do. So I get there as crew leader. We arrived first in this small New Mexico town at the base of Philmont. And we went, I think it was like June, August-ish, right? And that was monsoon season for New Mexico. And monsoon season in New Mexico, I mean, rain came down on you like nothing else. It rained so hard when we arrived in the little New Mexico town, whose name I've unfortunately forgotten, that it would harm you, like it hurt. It felt like it would bruise if you stood under it for too long. It was a ridiculous rainfall. But all the while, you could see the mountain range of New Mexico. Because Philmont, because it was way up in the sky. And the clouds and lightning that surrounded it made it look like Death Mountain. No exaggeration, Death Mountain from the Breath of the Wild series. It was terrifying. Why is my refill upgrade not working? Oh, because I changed my whole thing. Oops. Changed my whole thing. 1 second. Okay. So, Death Mountain, it was frightening to look at. And when I got there, the next day, right? So it rained terribly, and we got to the next day. Everything was kind of wet. Everything was kind of muddy. But we got there when the sun was out. It was not raining at all. So, that was my initiation, right? That was my time to go through and learn all the processes, and it was very overwhelming. Because Philmont is a very tight-oiled machine, right? It's a functioning ship, because obviously you don't want people getting lost or mauled by bears or not making it to where they're supposed to be in the actual wilderness. Like, there were other adults and there were campsites, but it was miles between them. This wasn't like some kind of fake outdoorsy thing. Like, you know, people sometimes have been really seriously injured. I don't know if anyone's died at Philmont, but it wouldn't have surprised me. And one thing you got to watch out for is the whole thing burning down, which happened a few years after I went. So there was a lot of, like, you need to be here at the time you're meant to be. You need to report in when you get there. Here's the tons of paperwork. It was like a whole day. That whole day was me just getting paperwork and learning the ins and outs and what I had to do, what my responsibilities were as, like, crew leader. I had a lot on my shoulders, and it was very nerve-wracking. And by the time I was done with it, it was dark and lightly raining. And I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this. I walk out finally with all my paperwork completed. I had this little baggie of all the stuff you needed, all the reporting you needed, and credentials, right? And I walk out, and I see a troop walk by. They look like extras in, like, a bad fantasy town. They're covered in dirt and mud. Their clothes are stuck to them. They look sad. They look harrowed. They look pained, right? They look damaged, okay? And I spot the crew leader, right, because of the paperwork that you have to carry around, and he spots me. And he walks up to me, and with a wet, muddy hand, he puts it on my shoulder. And without looking at me, he says, "Incoming or outgoing?" I said, "Incoming." Then he looked me in the eye and said, "Welcome to hell." Those were the first words spoken to me by someone who had actually just hiked Philmont. Welcome to hell. And I gotta say, he was not wrong. Philmont was an insane 12 days. I mean, stuff that harrowing, life, like, perspective-changing things happened on Philmont, because we got bad luck, all right? Philmont is not a death trap, but for our troop it was. But I do not want to bog down the entire video with the tales of Philmont and my dastardly adventures on it. Whoops, didn't mean to ghost walk. But if you guys do want to hear about them, you know what to do. Join the Discord. Drop in the Q&A. And if you guys want more Boy Scout stories, then the Q&A of the day can be Boy Scout stories, or at least I could just start including them in vault runs and stuff. So let me know if that's something you want. A quick backpack check. Ooh. There's a few items we're definitely going to need to add to the junk identifier. I think I'm going to start adding, like, vault stone and stuff, but, like, I don't mind this at all. This is so nice. It's not, like, organized or anything, but I don't really know that it needs to be, since it all just eventually goes in a system anyways, you know? Oh, hey, there's our bounty. We had a bounty for, like, killing 40 or something vault fighters. That went by very quickly. Ooh, hello, library room. I'll do a quick loot. Because, I mean, I do want relics. I really do want relics. In fact, I think I've had a bunch of relic booster packs to roll once we get home, so that'll be exciting. You know what, guys? It's been a few days since we've actually done a Let's Play video, so as a treat, because I'm kind and benevolent and merciful, I'll leave the vault a little earlier than normal. Alright, let's check out the big backpack. Ooh. Ah, it's so cool. Everything's just in one space. And honestly, we have so much room left. And, like, look at this. That's a spot that won't be taken up anymore. That's a spot that won't be taken up anymore. We're getting rid of vault stone. We don't need it anymore. I'm trying to look around. Is there loot that I just don't need? What about amethyst? I don't think I need amethyst or gold. Yeah, I don't need gold nuggets. I don't need amethyst. So we'll get that out of here. Get you out of here. This is lovely. This is cathartic. I don't need iron ingots coming out of here or gold ingots. Just get out of here. Now I just take out some vault gear. Pretty sure that's all the vault gear. And oh, it's so big and it's so beautiful. And literally all of our loot just gets sucked in. I don't have to juggle pouches. I don't have to. Oh wow, that's actually a great jewel. That's not a bad one either. That's bad. And that's not bad. Wow, we got a lot of good jewels out of that vault. Okay, here I've got 53 relic booster packs, 39 mod boxes, and 11 mystery hastilikes, so you know the rules. With 53 relic booster packs, please, at least one of the 3 final relics we need to do this. Please, I want it. I'm such a good boy. No. 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 Come on. Oh, it's so painful. It's so extremely painful. Why? Why have you forsaken me? I don't know, maybe we'll get some cool Colossal chest stuff out of the mod boxes, right? That's a lot of mod boxes. It's a lot of stuff, right? Let's see. We got 1 chest wall. Alright, and 11 mystery hostile eggs. Maybe we'll get something cool, right? Another Elder Guardian. Okay, we didn't need that, but that's kind of fun. Okay. Well, our Elder Guardian collection is now complete. Okay, well, relics aside, you're probably wondering why I unlocked Colossal chests. Because, I mean, we've got a ton of storage. We don't have to worry about that. Well, it's actually because of the Corporea Index. You see, originally I was planning on making a drawer for every single item that goes into the vaulter, and I realized how miserable that sounded. I didn't want to do that. So, what I'm going to do is make a Colossal chest, a really, really big chest, and it's going to be our massive bulk storage for all of our stuff. Luckily, I did a guide video on Colossal chest a while ago, so I literally have a list of everything I need. Yes, sir, we need 97 of these Colossal chest walls to start, so I guess I'll just... Cool. That's 65. And then... how much more do I need from that? Okay, so it's a stack and 33, and then we now need a core, which actually costs us a wall, so I need 1 more wall. And then for this to work, I think we're going to want 2 interfaces. So I need 2 more cores. So 2 more walls, get the cores, make the interfaces. Beautiful. Okay, that's everything that we need for the wooden tier, but of course we want to make them copper. This is literally going to cost 389 copper blocks, and we have 77, although actually this will give us quite a bit of copper blocks. Actually, this might give us enough. Cool. Alright, so we're going to turn all of these guys into copper walls, and then I want to turn, obviously, this guy into copper walls, and these doodahs into copper walls. Beautiful. And time to blow 388 iron blocks in addition to 388 chromatic iron. Hooray! Yep, this is expensive. Okay, I know it's meant to be like early game storage, I guess, but this is not cheap. Because guess what? If we want to upgrade to gold, ooh, we need chromatic steel. I don't think I want to use chromatic steel. That being said, this is a pretty big boy, coming in at 6,750 slots in it, which is a lot of space. And it's actually what we're going to be building our control room out of, essentially. The way I want to do this space station is like this reactor room is going to lead right into a control room. And the walls, yeah, that's right, are going to be iron colossal chests. I'm going to make another one of these. Well, that used up a frightening amount of resources. How much iron are we left with? Oh, 10,000. Copper? Okay, driftwood, 10,000. Oh, we're fine. That was cheap. It didn't cost anything. I mean, how much chromatic steel could we make? Yeah, okay, never mind. We are not going to be making the gold tier, because the gold tier costs 388 chromatic steel. I'm pretty sure it's 380. Yeah, 380 chromatic steel. I don't think I have the carbon to make even one. So, nah, it's not happening. So, yeah, we have a lot of storage here. Let me calculate how much storage we have for our stuff now. We can store 864,000 stackable items. Yeah, I feel like that'll be enough.